Hey, what's up everybody? It's the Crypto Ginger here. I just wanted to take a quick moment with this video and kind of go over some information I found very interesting when it comes to the possibility of a price prediction for not just Bitcoin, but also XRP. And I'm doing this because I did a video recently where I actually talked about other people's predictions when it comes to a possibility of a increase in the XRP digital asset, such as Arthur Bitru, when he actually mentioned that we could easily see a $10,000 XRP. Now, I actually found it very interesting because I got a lot of messages coming back stating that there's an unlikelihood of that actually taking place. And that's fine. I definitely understand that there is a lot of hypothetical, thinking when it comes to the prediction of any type of price point for cryptocurrencies. Understanding that XRP is one of these bridge assets that could potentially be used for all banks across the world, all financial institutions. We could actually see money just simply going into XRP and just maintaining its position there because, again, it is a bridge currency, it is a bridge asset, it is also its own digital asset that can be used through different types of exchanges. So a lot can be done with the XRP digital asset, which means a lot of money can actually be dumped into that particular digital asset coin. And of course, we could easily see the price point skyrocket. Now, I wanted to use this article here in regards to Jesse Lund, who is actually the vice president of the blockchain and digital currencies for IBM. He is also someone who has come out stating the different price points he would predict for Bitcoin. He actually specifies in this article that he thinks we could see Bitcoin hitting roughly around $5,000 by the end of 2019. I'm going to guess that there's a possibility we could maybe see it hit even higher than that. All of the companies that have been working on the technology to actually increase mass adoption. And if you think about it, we have Bakkt, we have Fidelity, we have ErisX. They're going to be actually opening themselves up to the Wall Street market. So a lot of money can definitely enter into the entire cryptocurrency ecosystem, flooding the market. And of course, we could see that money going into your top performing coins, Bitcoin included. But XRP is going to be a primary focus from what I've actually gathered, again, with all the technology and really the advancements that Ripple's making here. So getting a little bit further into this article, going off of what Jesse Lund's stating when it comes to possibly seeing $1 million Bitcoin, especially after he already specifies that we would only possibly see a $5,000 Bitcoin by the end of 2019. Now, of course, it only really is loosely stated here by Lund that I see Bitcoin at $1 million someday. But of course, what he does specify here is that if Bitcoin is at $1 million, then the Satoshi is at a value parity with the US penny. He noted that at such a value, the whole network would have over $20 trillion of liquidity. He then suggested that such a liquidity could charge corporate payments and high value payments in general, concluding, I see maybe $5,000 at the end of the year, but I see it way higher upward trajectory. Now trust me, this right here would absolutely take some time for that kind of money to come into the entire cryptocurrency ecosystem to create $1 million Bitcoin, but to see $20 trillion of liquidity available just simply through Bitcoin will let you know that any of your top performing coins that follow in suit are absolutely going to have a substantial amount of money put into their market cap just as well. And that actually applies to XRP, the digital asset. Now, interesting enough, I bring that up because there's a little bit of talk regarding Ripple when it comes to Lund. Again, he's the vice president for the blockchain of IBM. We know that IBM and XLM Stellar is actually working together. They have been for quite some time. But again, Lund has actually mentioned in the past that there's other companies that they've been looking at. And of course, you can see specifying here in this quote by Lund that it could be Ripple, it could be XRP even, it could be Bitcoin, but it would also probably include other instruments like stable coins and even eventually soon, hopefully, central bank included digital currencies. And I bring this up here because he is actually specifying several different types of options, which really I think all of these options are going to be something opened up and available for a company such as IBM. And of course, when Lund is looking at a project like Ripple and what they're having to offer there, I would imagine that XRP is going to be included just as well. So you have to keep all that in mind. And I'm bringing all this up too as well because there's been a huge talk regarding stable coins, and that's kind of something I wanted to quickly talk about as well. But we'll get into that here in just 1 second. I'll tell you, stable coins are possibly going to be a major focus when it comes to the entire cryptocurrency ecosystem being developed. Central banks, countries even are looking at stable coins as something that represents their country or their organization. And of course, it's also been talked about that XRP, the digital asset, could be simply a bridge currency that allows all these currencies to be connected through interoperability, which is a primary focus for Ripple, the company. That would be absolutely huge. Of course, I wanted to go into a couple other things here. Now, when it comes to the topic of price predictions for cryptocurrencies, or more importantly, the XRP digital asset, we definitely have a divide when it comes to the XRP community. And I think that it's very interesting because there are two different spectrums of ways of looking at a price prediction for cryptocurrencies. And I think a lot of people are looking for an immediate price prediction so that they can either get themselves out and make some sort of earnings because of what's taking place in this bearish market. Or we have the people that are sitting on the sidelines saying that it will take time, but we could easily see a flood of money coming into the entire cryptocurrency ecosystem, thus creating a higher price point XRP. We could even see it hit $5, $10, maybe even $20. We even have people who believe that it'll hit $589. Of course, you have to think logically when it comes to breaking this information down. There are plenty of people in the XRP community who've done a very good job logically breaking this down, and one of those members happens to be the Working Money channel. And this article is actually talking a little bit about a recent topic when it comes to, again, breaking this kind of semantic down for a price prediction. You can easily see here in this article that the channel Working Money on YouTube broke down the economics of what would happen if XRapid launched the very next day. He calculated the average daily fluctuation of XRP and the average daily volume of the coin, which came out to 7.25% of $191 million respectively. He then proceeds to hypothesize what the price of XRP would be if Ripple captured 1%, 5%, 10%, and even 100% of the existing incumbent Swift's market share. Swift approximately processes $4.7 trillion on every working day. If XRapid took 1% of this business, the daily volume of XRapid would go to $47.8 billion. Considering that this is over 250 times the average trading volume in XRP, it represents around 1,816% fluctuation by extrapolation, presenting a price of $5.56 per XRP. Of course, it goes a little bit further. It states that similarly, the price of XRP for 5% of Swift's volume would be roughly around $26 per XRP, due to the trading volume being somewhere around $239 billion. 10% of Swift's volume would amount to the price of XRP being roughly around $55. So you can see here, guys, a small bit of a breakdown. Now, I won't go any further when it comes to the rest of this article because it does tap into what I've already mentioned when it comes to Arthur Bitru's idea of why we could see a $10,000 XRP. A lot of people are very skeptical of that idea. So am I, because that sounds like a very large amount of money coming into the entire ecosystem specifically for the one coin. But if we have a firm understanding of what Swift's doing and what Ripple's trying to do when it comes to capturing that kind of clientele and their members, we could easily see on a daily average a substantial amount of money flowing into and out of XRP every single day. Just simply with the representation we had here, where we could capture 1% all the way up to 10% of Swift's actual money flowing in and out. XRP could easily go from $5 to $55 just simply because of that capturing, again, of all those banks that would be dealing with Swift. Now they have the availability of hopping onto RippleNet. That is something we've most certainly talked about very in-depthly with this channel here. And of course, this is something that is very brand new, so it's being expanded upon. And it's not only limited to Ripple Network, this is something that's being expanded upon to things such as R3's Corda platform. And if you have a little bit of understanding about that, you can see that that is going to be expansive on another level as well. It's just simply another way for Ripple to reach out to as many people, as many businesses, financial institutions, even exchanges later on down the road, if you will, to get onboarded and basically get connected with each other. And of course, eventually be making a use case out of the products that Ripple has to offer, or even just simply making a use case out of the XRP digital asset, which is a bridge token, a bridge asset, if you will, to allow for different types of currencies to be connected again through interoperability. And of course, this kind of leads me into the idea of the stablecoin topic here, because I've been seeing a substantial amount of news regarding stablecoins. And of course, I wanted to just quickly bring up this article from Forbes for here, where we actually see that stablecoins could unleash Wall Street adoption of blockchain technology. So let's just mix all this information up together here with what we're just talking about. If you have an organization such as IBM, who's already looking at Ripple, quite possibly, or even XRP, the digital asset, quite possibly, and you also have the Working Money channel talking about how if Ripple were to simply capture 1%, 5%, or even 10% of Swiss business, we could easily see a substantial amount of money flooding into XRP alone. And now we have the talk from Forbes that stablecoins could actually be what actually draws in the Wall Street adoption. And of course, we also heard that there's been a substantial amount of talk with stablecoins possibly being connected through XRP, just simply because, again, is a bridge asset, will allow for different types of cryptocurrencies to be transferred back and forth through interoperability, maybe even through things such as the Hyperledger. This right here is absolutely huge. And if you mix this information up with the idea that there are major players out there, countries, banks that are looking to create their own stablecoin, we even have the IMF looking to create stablecoins when it comes to the process of having money distributed through different types of countries. So again, all of this right here will be interlinked together, and XRP quite possibly could be the actual allowance of trafficking from different types of cryptocurrencies back and forth because, again, of interoperability. And for a visual representation, I wanted to kind of give everyone a quick understanding of what our current world economy is looking like, and we're sitting at roughly around $80 trillion. I found this site here that gives you a breakdown of a lot of this information as far as the $80 trillion and the world economy. But think about this. If $80 trillion happen to flood into the entire cryptocurrency ecosystem, which really, when you look at things on a digital realm and what a lot of these countries are trying to do, they are most certainly looking at a cashless world, not just a cashless society for different countries, but a cashless world. That means all of this money would absolutely have to flood into the entire cryptocurrency ecosystem, and not just limited to one currency, but XRP as well is going to be one of those bridge assets that's going to have a lot of money flowing in and out of it every single day. $80 trillion is a substantial amount of money. Could you imagine waking up and seeing your XRP jumping up in price from 33 cents all the way up to $100 just because of the amount of money flooding into the entire cryptocurrency ecosystem? I understand that's extremely irrational thought, but you have to give it the understanding that one day that kind of money will absolutely flood into this entire cryptocurrency ecosystem and also flood into the XRP digital asset every single day. Ripple has been trying to create this interoperability between different types of currencies out there. And you mix that information up, especially with the idea that countries and banks are looking to create their own stable coin. That is absolutely huge for something like this right here, flooding into, again, this entire cryptocurrency ecosystem and being part of that $80 trillion world economy there. Now, with this information in mind, please leave in the comment section what you guys think is going to be a price prediction for XRP and maybe even Bitcoin, if you will, just based off of what we know as far as the amount of money that could be flooding in and out of XRP every single day. I know that this is a lot of information here. We might not even see these kind of numbers in the very near future, but I think that given the amount of time that we need to see the amount of money for Wall Street and, of course, even the whole entire world for mass adoption, it will take some time. But once all that money is actually flooding into the entire cryptocurrency ecosystem, we could easily see a much higher price point for not only Bitcoin, but easily for XRP, because again, XRP is going to be one of those prime digital assets out there that's going to help bridge a lot of these currencies because of what Ripple's trying to do with interoperability. Thank you for watching. If you're new to the channel, please hit the like and subscribe button. And please take advantage of any of the links in the description for securing your cryptocurrencies either offline with the Ledger Nano wallet or even on your mobile phone with the Uphold wallet. Let me know what you guys think about all this content, and thanks again for watching, guys. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.